What's poppin', YouTube? Dane back at it again. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to more. I appreciate it so much. I'm almost at 100 subs and it means a lot to me. It's not much, but hey, become a day one. Help me out. I'm just trying to grow a little bit.
Hey, I am a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
Today I want to talk with y'all about our health. It's something that is undervalued in our society. And I mean, I don't mean to sound like a broken record player, but at the end of the day, I'd rather be talking about substantial than talking about bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of the most undervalued aspects of our lives. And at the end of the day, depending on how you decide to treat your body, it can either be a sanctuary or it can be a prison. I just wanted to discuss starting or restarting your health quest, or starting from square one. A lot of people go through injuries or surgeries or even mental strain. Mental health, it can also set you back to the point where you feel like you need to restart. Same thing, doesn't matter. The steps can be applied either way. And by no means, I'm not a health coach, I'm no fitness trainer, nothing like that. I just want to use my experiences to try and make someone else's a little easier. Because at the end of the day, we all go through shit. And if I can just glean a little game from my experiences and pass it to somebody, then I'm happy. To give a little background, when I first was like, all right, this is it, I need to make a change, I was 296 pounds. Over a 2-year period, I lost 120 pounds, which is crazy. And I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, because I didn't make that change until I was diagnosed with kidney disease. So my life had to completely turn itself upside down in order for me to decide, hey, it's time to go ahead and pull that trigger. I used to go around telling my friends that I was gonna get like 50 Cent or Gerard Butler from the 300, and I would talk a lot of shit, but I didn't really back it up. I mean, I would lose 10 pounds here, 15 there, but it would come back. Nothing stuck. I understand how difficult it can be to change your habits, because at the end of the day, you have to change your entire life to make them stick. The first thing I had to do was really manage my expectations. Nothing is overnight. Nothing worth doing is going to be easy. It's going to take work. You have to ask yourself the questions. Is this something you want, or is it something you desire? Are you willing to chase it? Are you willing to put the work in? And if you feel like the answer is yes, then define what it is. You need to have a clear game plan going forward. So after I managed my expectations, the next thing I wanted to do was identify the problems that I needed to fix most physically. And given the year that I had, forget, the pandemic and all that. Like, besides that, I had 6 surgeries in a 12-month period. And in hindsight, I had to have 5 of those to remove, to remove deposits of calcium that were growing on my body. So I got all these crazy scars now. Got them on both hips. I had 5 of those, and then I had my parathyroid removed. So, needless to say, I had a lot of problem areas that I needed to identify and start working on. So, all right, I had surgery on my elbow, my wrist, my elbow again, and then my right and left hip. So needless to say, I had to rebuild a lot of muscle that had been removed and damaged. That put strain on my lower back. My heels were jacked up because, I had these deposits in my hips that made me walk off balance and all kind of problems, man. So I utilized Google. I utilized YouTube. How do I fix lower back pain? How do I improve my balance? How do I rebuild the muscle in my glutes, Stuff like that. Very direct questions. And you can find the answers you're looking for between Google, YouTube. I mean, we live in a time where access to information is within our grasp, within seconds. I ask Siri for shit. It's great. I love it. I ask Siri math problems, but that's besides the point. I lost a lot of the flexibility in my joints, my ankles, my tendons. It sucked to move, dude. And when your physical health is compromised, it'll start to affect the mental and the spiritual as well. It's all connected. I've come to understand. Hold on, I want to get this quote right because it's dope. I've come to understand that people don't change unless the pain of change exceeds the pain of remaining the same. I'll say that again. I've come to understand that people do not change unless the pain of change exceeds the pain of remaining the same. You can complain about your circumstances, you can bitch and moan about it, or you can do something about it.
Do it!
And what you can't change, you have to accept. Life's too short. Life is too beautiful to be sitting here moping within the dips, living within the dips. It's a series of ups and downs. But you got to make that shit happen. And you can shift the scales in your favor by putting the work in and putting that energy out there. It's just something you got to decide that you desire. You know, something's bothering you and you can't find those answers online, see your doctor. Talk to them. Talk to a big homie. Talk to somebody who may have some insight. I mean, you got to utilize your sources. You have to put forth the effort. And the people that really fuck with you, if they can lend you a hand, they will. And if they don't, hey, at the end of the day, no one owes you anything, you know. We're all on our quest alone, and we got to make the best of it. All right, so I hope I wasn't too rambly. Let me go ahead and summarize my steps. You're going to want to identify the problems areas that you want to improve and look into the best ways to make those improvements. Use your resources. Type your questions into Google, YouTube. Ask someone in your circle, whatever you got to do. And track your progress. Make sure you're notating everything, because writing things down helps you organize your progress and gives you direction to the path that you choose. When you write it down, it gives you something tangible to focus on, something to remind you of your goals that you set your sights on. Remember to put your best foot forward. When you're selling yourself short, you're only cheating yourself. It doesn't hurt anybody but you. Lastly, remember to once again measure your expectations. Everyone's quest is going to be a little different. Everyone's struggle isn't the same. People aren't going to handle things. You can't expect you from people that aren't you. At the end of the day, the person who has the power to change their life is you. The power is in your hands. So do it.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
All right. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all could be spending your time doing whatever, but you sat down with me for a couple minutes, and I appreciate that shit immensely. It's very hot, and I turned the fan off so that y'all could hear me, but I'm about to turn that back on. So thank you again for your time. Live strong. Peace out.
I don't need a goddamn soul, I get it out the mud, I'm a goddamn on. Stick to the plan, reach the goddamn goal. Every day new shit, I'm in my goddamn zone. I don't need no goddamn help, I put the work in for my goddamn self. I grind all the time for my goddamn wealth, getting straight to the bread that the goddamn melts.